It was these confrontational words by Kamaladevi Chattopadhyay that made Mahatma Gandhi relent, and women joined the 1930 Salt Satyagraha, a mass civil disobedience movement started by Mahatma Gandhi against the salt tax imposed by the British government in India. Later, Mahatma Gandhi's own words will solidify women's role in India's historic struggle. This is their story. Women's participation in India's freedom movement can be traced way back to 1817, when a princess wielded her sword against the British. Born in 1975 to Indore's Queen Ahilya Bai Holkar and Yashwantrao Holkar, Bhima Bai was an expert in the art of guerrilla warfare. A young princess, she lost her husband and lived a secluded life of a widow. But her father's death and the looming threat of British annexing the kingdom prompted her to take matters into her own hand. She took the reins of the army when they were attacked by the East India Company in December 1817. She fought against British Colonel Malcolm, defeating him in guerrilla warfare. It is believed that her triumph inspired Rani Lakshmi Bai to pick up arms against the British. Also known as Gandhipuri, the old Gandhian woman from Tamluk in West Bengal was widowed at 18 and devoted herself to community service. It was in the early 1900s that Hazra became actively involved in the freedom struggle. She joined the nationwide non-cooperation movement, launched in 1921 to have Indians revoke their cooperation from the British government, and aimed at persuading them to grant self-governance. She was arrested multiple times and was beaten up by the police. But that did not deter her passion for India's struggle for freedom. In 1942, police were trying to quell a protest in Tamluk by using force. There was chaos everywhere. Hazra was trying to convince the police to refrain from shooting, but her pleas were unheard. She was shot thrice. Bullet-ridden, Hazra was unstoppable. She kept marching on till her last breath. Born in present-day Manipur in 1915, the Naga spiritual and political leader led an armed uprising against the British in Nagaland, Manipur, and Assam. At 13, she joined the Herika movement in 1927, aiming at the revival of Naga tribal religion and established the Nagas' Raj, ending the British rule. She was arrested in 1932 and was sentenced to life imprisonment by the British. She spent her youth being locked up in various jails across the Northeast. After the independence, when she was released in 1947, Jawaharlal Nehru gave her the title of Rani for her courage. The Daughter of the Hills was awarded Padma Bhushan in 1981. She died in 1993. Kuttimalu Amma was an active member of the Mahila Sangh in Calicut. It was under her leadership in 1930 the women in Malabar joined the freedom struggle directly for the first time. She was an active Swadeshi worker. Swadeshi movement, pivotal for India's freedom movement, aimed at promoting Indian industries by boycotting the British goods, challenging the dominance of British imperialism. She led groups of women to picket shops selling foreign cloth in Calicut. In 1932, with her 2-year-old baby in her arms, Amma led a procession of women during a civil disobedience movement initiated by Mahatma Gandhi that began with the Salt March. She was arrested, but she refused to go to jail without her baby. A fierce Amma read out the laws to the jail authorities that allowed her to keep her child with her in jail. She participated in Quit India movement, which started in 1942 with the aim to end British rule in India, and Delhi Chalo strikes, a call to march towards Delhi and fight for independence. She was arrested for her participation. After independence, she served as an elected representative in the Madras Legislative Assembly twice. studying journalism and sociology in England, Hansa Mehta met Sarojini Naidu in 1918. Before joining the freedom movement, she had attended the 1920 International Women's Suffrage Alliance in Geneva. In 1922, she met Mahatma Gandhi for the first time when he was in jail in India. Her second meeting with Mahatma Gandhi in 1930, when he called for women to join the freedom movement, brought her back to India. She joined the Swadeshi movement and organized picketing of shops selling British goods. She was jailed 3 times. In 1945, Mehta drafted the Indian Women's Charter of Rights and Duties to affirm equal rights, equal pay, and same rights as men in marriage and divorce. She campaigned for women's social and political equality and their right to education. She even fought for her ideals during the framing of the Constitution of Independent India.